emissions is a growing problem for our ozone layer. Greenhouse gases released from the burning of fossil fuels can linger in our atmosphere for 100 years before they deteriorate. Biofuels emit little to no air emissions, making them the perfect substitution for fossil fuels. They will help us keep our atmosphere sustainable for future generations. 85% of carbon dioxide emitted comes from our human activities. So whether that's riding the bus, or driving your car, mowing the lawn, riding in an airplane, any of those kind of things, we accumulate 85% of the carbon dioxide in the atmosphere to us. That's according to Maczulek in 2010. Then 2013, we have a chart from the EPA, the Environmental Protection Agency, showing us that 85% comes from carbon dioxide. We have 10% from methane, and 5% from nitrous oxide, and 3% from fluoride gases. So 85%, that's a big total for a greenhouse gas. Another chart by the EPA is the source from the gases. So on this one we have here, transportation accounts for 27% of the greenhouse gas. The number sounds low, but when you look at the chart, it comes in second to electricity at 31%. And then we also have industry at 21%, commercial and residential at 12%, agriculture at 9%. So 27%, that's a large number for us in the greenhouse gases there. Biofuels are made from corn, sugarcane, switchgrass, different kinds of plants like that. And how they do that is they collect the cellulose from the plant, and then they break that cellulose down into glucose, and then from there they fermentate into ethanol. So there's a little gas released in the process there of breaking that down. But overall, the plants actually absorb more carbon dioxide than they release when they're being processed or when they are being used, burned in our cars. So they actually emit little to no air emissions in our atmosphere. That's according to Corey McGee 2010. We are very dependent on gas, unfortunately, still here in the U.S., and I don't think that will lessen anytime soon. But the nice thing is we have newer fuels coming out, different biofuels, different additives, and they become more efficient over time. A study done by the National Academy of Science using ethanol reduced greenhouse gas emissions by 12%, according to Curry McGee in 2010. That same study also said that biodiesel reduced air emissions to 41% for biodiesel, though, which is very good because trains emit a lot of air emissions. Gasoline, unfortunately, the demand is very high and it's growing continuously. More than analysts would have anticipated in the past, according to a Forbes article, October 26, 2015. The key to reversing our air emissions is biodiesel, or biofuels. They have little to no emissions, and they would help reduce our air emissions and help reverse what we've done now. They also would help us balance out. When they grow, they inhale the carbon dioxide, so they take away a lot of that that's in our atmosphere as of right now. They are the answer to our less air emissions. And it's something that we can all benefit from because it would make our atmosphere and our air